anything you want to do in life, are you going to do it half-ass? Or are you going to try to be the best at it? You're going to try to just do enough to get by? Or you're going to try to stand out? I think you should try to stand out. Why not? Don't be like other people and do the bare minimum. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Be creative. Don't do the norm. Try to do things that somebody else hasn't done. There's too many people in the world doing the same thing, repeating the same things in life. Why not stand out? It feels good to stand out. Don't do things mediocre. You know what I mean? Anything I touch, anything I do, I try to exceed my own expectations. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what's the point? What is the point? You can do anything anybody else does. So why not stand out? Why not try to be better than whoever they say the best is? Why not? Just be you. Be unique. Think out of the box. And put that towards anything you do. Put that towards your life. Put that towards anything you do for someone else. Don't do a half-ass job that you're trying to complete for someone else. Stand out. Give them high quality. Don't give them mediocre quality. You may get away with that one time, 2 times. But word of mouth goes far. Word of mouth travels fast. You don't want to be known for not producing quality. Whether that's something you're doing for somebody else, whether that's a side job, whether that's something you're doing for yourself, doesn't matter. Whatever you're going to do, if you're going to even take the time to begin it, try to perfect it. Try to be the best at it. Try to create the best version of it that you can. You know what I'm saying? Why waste your time? People gonna talk about you if you create something that's garbage. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna talk about you. If you want people to talk about you, you want them to talk about you in a positive light, not in a negative light. You know? So if you're gonna do something, whether that be a project car, whether that be receiving a diploma, whether that be simply going to work every day, do what you can do as best as possible within your means. If you have limitations, you know what those limitations are. I don't know what those limitations are. But find something that's going to assist you. Find someone that's going to assist you. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. Look at your life. Look at things in your life. Look at your surroundings. If there's anything that can be cleaned up, picked up, swept up, mopped up, straightened out, organized. Let's do it. Let's do it. We don't waste time at 25. Not no more. Maybe in 24, but not in 25. You know what I'm saying? So, be the best you can be. Plan out everything you intend on doing. Write it down if you have to. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's why they make pen and paper. Crayons, whatever you need. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Write it down. If it takes a little bit of planning to figure out what it is that you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, write it down. A lot of times that helps people more so than just thinking about it. You know what I mean? If you put it on paper, 9 times out of 10, you're going to do it. That's a dedication to yourself. You know? As I mentioned before in other videos, accomplish your goals. Don't disappoint yourself. Don't disappoint the next person. Don't disappoint the person that's dependent on you. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So pick up the stick. Run with it. Don't drop it. Your life depends on it. Your family depends on it. As I mentioned, being clean, being organized, that's a positive trait to have. That is a positive trait to have. Trust me. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's very easy. It's very easy in life to be clean. It's very easy in life to be organized. But you got to take the steps to do it. You can't say, I feel tired. You can't say, I don't even see it. Or pretend like you don't even see it. You know what I mean? You got to go out of your way to be clean. You got to go out of your way to be organized. You got to go out of your way to be the best at whatever it is you're trying to do. But you can do it. I'm doing it. You can do it. I'm no better than you. I'm no better than no one that's watching this video right now. But it has to be either instilled in you or it has to be a skill that's practiced daily. It's like a law of attraction. If you're a clean person, if you have a clean home, you have tidiness about you, then you're going to attract that. You're going to attract others that are like that. That's the plan anyway. Because if you're organized and you got things going on in your life and somebody else is holding you back, that makes things a little bit tougher. A lot tougher, as a matter of fact. So, like the car I was just showing you. Again, I'm going to sprinkle cars in between a couple videos here and there. You know, hopefully you don't mind. I'm sure there's some people that enjoy cars. But keep in mind, I'm here to encourage you. You know, don't give up on yourself. You need to get things done. Find a way to get it done. You know, don't get impatient. Don't get discouraged. You know, this particular car that I just showed you, this is a 10-year in the making project. You know, not all the delays have been because of me. Some of them have been because of other companies, because of other shops, because of other people, because of other things that's out of my control. You know what I mean? But I haven't given up. I haven't come to the point where I say, you know what? I've gotten to the 90% mark. If I wait to complete it the way I'm going, as clean as I want it to be, then it might take a little bit longer. And then some people might give up right then and there. Or some people might say, you know what? Let me just half-ass the rest of it so I can just have this project completed. But I'm not that type. You know what I mean? If I start something to perfection, I want to finish it to perfection. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's just my point of view. Trying to have or share that point of view with you because it's a positive trait to have. You know, I want you to complete the goals you have in life. I want you to reach all your goals. I want you to be happy. But nobody can bring you happiness. You have to find happiness for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, if having more income, a higher income is part of your goal, then you know what you got to do. I'm sure somebody has mentioned to you what you have to do at some point in your life, whether that's finish school, or whether that's start school, or whether that's find a school to get enrolled in and learn something new. If you've even already been through schooling, you know, maybe the field you're in isn't as prosperous as it had hoped up to be. You know, but you got to find out what it takes to reach your goal. Don't give up on yourself. If reaching a certain degree takes X amount of years, grind. Keep running at it. You know what I mean? Keep running at it hard. Keep seeing that goal in your head. When you wake up, see that goal. Because you know what's going to benefit you once you reach that goal. You know what I mean? There is a finish line. There is a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. Whatever your rainbow is. Understand me? So, I believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. And others, who cares what they think? They might not even believe you can do anything. You know what I'm saying? Prove them wrong. That's the best get back right there. Is proving somebody wrong. Being I told you so. After you said I couldn't do it, well, look what I'm holding right here. A diploma. Look what I'm holding right here. A paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Look what I'm holding right here. A project that's on the road and to completion. You know, a project that says, yeah, it took me some time to get to this point, but I didn't give up on myself. I didn't give up on my project. I didn't give up on my goal. And here I am. That time's coming for me with this thing. It's coming. But, you know, I keep myself occupied with other projects that I have as well. So there's no dead time. There's no dormant time. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. You know, if something slows you down, something stops you in your tracks, find a way to get back on them tracks. You know what I'm saying? If there's some downtime, if there's some leeway, some things that needs to happen before you can move on and press on, then think about anything else that you need to do. Don't just sit dormant. Do not sit dormant. You know what I mean? There's all kind of things that one can do. You know, if the goal you're working on has seemed to slow down, then I'm sure you have more than one goal, right? Nobody has just one goal in life. So, for example, you know, this particular car here, you know, from time to time, you know, I get stalled. Not my fault. It's just waiting on people. You know, sometimes you can't control what other people do, what other people say, what other people promise, what other people, you know, need to do. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, you learn what you can do on your own while you're waiting. It may come to pass that you don't need them after all, because you learn how to do what you were dependent on them to do for you. That's what I'm saying. I mentioned that before. I've learned a lot of things on my own via YouTube. The thing you're looking at me on, that's the thing I learned a lot of different aspects of life on. A lot of different aspects of working on cars on. A lot of different ways to complete schooling. a lot of different ways of doing whatever it is I needed to do, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't let nobody slow you down. They slow you down, then you jump on another track and you put another train on that track and you get going with that train. You know what I'm saying? When you get done with that particular project, you get done with that particular goal, don't forget you started one before that's on the other track over there. You know what I'm saying? Do not forget that one. Don't put it to the side. Don't give up on it. Just remember it's still there. You know, check in on it every once in a while. You know what I mean? Check in on it. You know, so there's nothing you can't do in life. There's nothing you can't have in life. There was a point where I didn't think I could have one of these. Always dreamed of having one of these, but didn't know how to get one. Didn't know individuals that had them. You know what I mean? So what do you do? Other than looking at magazines and dreaming, what do you do? Well, in my case, you go to car shows. You know what I'm saying? You find people and talk to people that have the particular vehicle that you like to have, that you would like to have. You know? Just so happens that, you know, I ran across one that was for sale at one particular point in my life, many, many years ago. You know? And I didn't purchase it. But the point is, you got to go to wherever what you need is located at. You got to find out how to get there. You got to find out what steps it takes to get there. You know what I mean? You know, when I was younger, I'm talking to, you know, a little boy, you know, I remember my dad had some type of Volkswagen station wagon. I don't even know the name of it. But you know what? In my head, that was my lowrider. That was going to be my first car. I didn't have a license. But in my head, I already started planning out how I was going to complete that Volkswagen station wagon. You know what I mean? I envisioned it. It was going to be clean. It was going to be clean. You know what I'm saying? I started picking up Volkswagen magazines. You know? And I started looking at, okay, well, man, I want this particular color on mine. You know what I mean? I want this particular rims on mine. You know what I mean? And I started writing everything down. You know, so that when hopefully I inherited that particular Volkswagen station wagon, I was going to be able to start working on it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know when, I didn't know how, I didn't know where, I didn't know anything. But my dream had started. My dream of love and passion of having cars has started. You know what I mean? Just being around a particular vehicle that I thought was unique. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, my pops got rid of that car. You know, so that dream went out the window. But my dad had another car. My dad had a 73 Monte Carlo, I believe it was. He used to take us to wherever we needed to go in that particular car. Later on in life, you know what I'm saying? But I envisioned that car as a lowrider. I envisioned that car with this particular paint job, that particular paint job, these particular rims. How did I envision that? How did I envision that? I started buying lowrider magazines. You know what I'm saying? So the look that I wanted, I started buying the magazines that pertain to those type of cars that had the look that I wanted. You know what I mean? So this is the early ages of my life. Preteen. You know, not knowing how I was going to get a vehicle, but just anticipating receiving my father's vehicle. You know, but that's how it starts. You know, when it comes to custom cars, you know, a lot of young men and women, they can't see themselves being able to afford one. But they see their parents with a particular car. They see a car that's down the street at their cousin's house that's been sitting for a while. In some kind of way they acquire that car. You know what I mean? And it ends up being their first car. And they love that first car. And they trick it out. You know what I mean? They do the best they can do with the knowledge that they have in the surrounding of friends that they have. with combined knowledge. You know, so you might see a young individual. You might see a young individual with a car that you might look at it like, man, I don't know if that's the right car to have, or if I had that car, I would do it this way or that way. But you're not that individual that's in that vehicle. The way it is the way they want it to be at that time. If they had the luxury of having a show car, full show car, I'm sure they would have that. I'm sure they would want that. But they're working with what they have now. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, whatever you have, whatever you're trying to have, there's a way to get it. There's a way to get to that finish line. You may have to start with something you don't necessarily prefer to have, but it gets your foot in the door. It got that young kid foot in the door by receiving that first car, however means he received it. You know what I'm saying? So don't look down on somebody that's trying, because that person that's trying, that means they're gonna always have that motivation of trying in their spirit. In their spirit, it's gonna be in them all the time. They're gonna always be striving ahead. Because they can see a gem out of a rock. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be that type of individual. You need to be that type of person that can see something that hasn't manifested yet, but they see it manifested in their head, and then they take the steps to have it manifested in reality. You know what I mean? So it's imperative. Otherwise, you're not gonna have anything in life. You're gonna have the bare minimum. You're gonna have your hand out. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be depending on the government for everything. You know what I mean? I understand circumstances put people in certain situations, but for those that have the opportunity to try to do things for themselves and want to do things for themselves, find a way to do things for yourself. You want a particular car? Search for that car. Talk to other car guys, car women. You know what I mean? Word of mouth is a big key. You might find somebody that has one for sale at a decent price that maybe you can afford, but needs a lot of love, tenderness and care. But there's ways. And when you get that vehicle that is a long way from being finished, everything you do to it, everything, you do it to perfection. You do it as best as you can at that time. You put the best equipment on it that you can afford at that time. And you be proud of it. Be proud of that vehicle. Be proud of what you got going on in life. Because you know where you're going to be in the end. You know how that car's going to look in the end. You fall upon hard times, you don't get rid of that car. You fall upon hard times, do you get rid of your life? Hell no, you don't get rid of your life. We don't do that around here. We don't do that around here. That's the easy way out, man. That's a chump way out. You know what I mean? That's a sucker way out. We don't do that. We don't do that around here. God gave you life, not for you to just throw it away and destroy it. You know what I'm saying? You better value what you have. Value the breath that you take every single day. Value it. He didn't put you here just for no reason. He put you here to serve him. He put you here to love him because he loves you. And through God, through Jesus Christ, you can have anything you desire in this world. Place him first. And also, he can help you achieve the goals. He can help you do everything you need to do to perfection. Again, you want to do everything to perfection. You want to go to school. You want to try to strive to receive honors. When I went to Hill College for 2 years, I used to ride a bicycle to school because I had a suspended license. Don't ask why though. But I had a suspended license, driver's license. I had to ride a bicycle to school, a beach cruiser with no gears. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. And it wasn't around the corner. Trust me. So what I'm saying is rain, cold, after work, had to be there for 2-3 hours. Ride back home in the dark on a bicycle with a backpack. You know what I'm saying? Hill College in Hayward, California. It's not even there anymore. But the thing is, me doing that, I achieved the perfect attendance record. 2 years of attending that particular school. Majority of the time I had to ride a bicycle. But I did it every day. I went every day. You know what I'm saying? I tried to, I knew I wasn't getting A's and straight A's in the academics portion. But you know what I could do? I could get a perfect attendance record. I guarantee you that. And there was awards for that. That's why I strived for it. You know what I'm saying? So we all are not capable of everything. But there is something that you're capable of. Trust that. Because like I said, around here, we keep a peanut. We always keep a peanut around here. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm sorry if I hurt some feelings. I'm not trying to. You know what I mean? But we all need to be on the same page. You know, let's stop crying. Let's stop wondering why we don't have this. Let's start making the best of what we do have. You know what I'm saying? Let's start perfecting the things that we start. If you say you're gonna do something for somebody, do it to the best of your abilities. To the best of your abilities. You know what I'm saying? Make them proud to have worked with you. Make them proud to receive a product from you. You know what I mean? Be known. Be well known for your work ethics. You know, because you have to live with the results of whatever it is that you do. You know what I mean? You have to live with that. So, don't worry about the things that you don't have. Worry about what you do have. You know what I mean? Worry about what you do have. And the things you want, they will come. But you got to plan out how you're going to get them. Can't just go through life waking up, doing the same old thing, and expect everything to come to you. Just in theory. It doesn't work like that. You got to plan out how you're going to reach this particular goal. How you're going to reach that particular goal. You know what I'm saying? Everything is reachable. Everything. Remember what I told you. If somebody else can do it, you can do it. It's simple. It's simple. It's simple. But try to be the best at whatever it is you're going to do. Don't disappoint yourself. Don't disappoint your family members. Don't disappoint your children. If you need to improve your life for your children's life, for your children's future, then do what you got to do. Handle your business. You know what I mean? We keep it all the way peanut around here. All the way peanut. That's what I'm saying. So, if you want the real, you at the right place. You at the right place. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and motivate yourself. You need somebody to help motivate you. I'm here. Find somebody else. If you need somebody personally in your life, find somebody else to help you motivate yourself. Find somebody that's trying to reach the same goals you're trying to reach. You know what I mean? There might be somebody on YouTube that's doing what you're trying to do. Again, I've learned how to do a lot of different things, you know, from YouTube, from individuals that have done what I need to do. So it's always a helping hand out there. There's no time for excuses. No time for excuses. You know, again, don't half-ass anything you do because you're just wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? Why do something that somebody else is doing half-ass? You want your work to stand out. You want your reputation to stand out. You want your products to stand out. You want your website, you want your YouTube page to stand out. Otherwise, it's just going to blend in with all the thousands of other ones that's out there. Maybe millions. More than likely. But you got to stand out. There's too many people in the world. There's too many people doing the same old thing. It's too many people that look alike. It's too many people that want to have the same vehicles. It's too many people that want to have the same haircut. It's too many people that want to have the same style. You know what I mean? You got to do you. You got to do you. Look at me. I'm in coveralls. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to impress nobody, but I'm comfortable. I'm happy. I just happen to wear these because this is what I do. You know what I mean? I'm always working on something. I'm always at work. One of the two. But the point is, you don't have to try to impress nobody. Impress them with your work. Impress them with your work ethics. Impress them with your skills. You know what I'm saying? Impress them with the finished product that you started. Whether it's 10 years later. Whether it's 20 years later. Point is, you're constantly working on it. You're constantly showing progress. It don't matter. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing you. Please let this hit home. And remember, around here, we keep a peanut all day. Peace out.